What's up, everybody? It's BJax the Builder back with another video, and today I'm going to go over my main printer right here, the AnyCubic Kobra. Very affordable printer, very cheap, very reliable. The features on this printer has auto leveling, self-tightening axes, easy to load filament loader, and removable magnetic bed. So I'm going to go over all that and give you the pros and cons and why you should or shouldn't get this printer. So one of my favorite things about this printer is it's super easy to use. Turn it on, plays that little sound right there, and then as we go over here, you'll see this is the little startup menu. So you have your prepare setting, your print setting, your tools, your systems. So when you go to prepare, you can preheat very easily. It has auto leveling, filament load, remove filament in, and pause it if you need to. For preheat, you got PLA and you got ABS as standard settings. You can adjust the temperatures as needed. And then leveling, you have auto leveling and you can do your Z offset. So yeah, that's pretty much standard for the prepping. For tools, this lets you adjust the temperature, the speed, and the motor. And then the axis, so that helps you move. So if you want to change it to the Z axis to move it up, and we press the Z up, use it up by 10. Now, this is one thing I want to note. This printer makes a lot of noise from the motor when it starts down here. Now you can already hear how loud it is. But yeah, sometimes it just kicks on like that. Not sure how to fix that, but that's one thing that I don't like. But after it warms up, it doesn't tend to do that noise anymore, so that's pretty good. A couple of other settings that we have over here is the x-axis 0, y, and z. And if you hit home all, let's see. Automatic reset. Just brings it down. And then printing is super easy. All you gotta do, you take your micro SD card, you can plug it into your computer, or if you don't have the right adapter for it, you can get one of these, which is a micro SD card adapter. So it basically goes into the slot, and then you plug it in the computer, and then you take it back out, and the file transfer to this SD card. So super simple, but yeah, my computer has a slot, so I like that. And then system, you can change the language, you can change the voice. I haven't really touched the voice. I don't know how that works, but I guess it talks to you. Another thing I love about this printer is that it has a removable bed, and I got this bed online, but it came with one more similar to this that had AnyCubic Kobra. And so the bed is 235 millimeters by 235 millimeters, and it prints around, I believe, 250 millimeters high. So as you can see, it has a pretty big height and a decent bed size, and you can print very large objects, and I'll show you some in a few videos later. One of the coolest things about this printer is that it's really easy to remove this housing unit. In case like your leveling sensor comes off, I actually made a tutorial video if you want to check that out on how to really reset that, but it's really easy to put together and take apart. And then as you see, it has a single fed extruder. So you can't use 2 filaments, but you can use 1, and I think it's really nice. It has a really sleek design. The housing unit makes it look really neat. Another cool thing about this printer is if the tension in here is too low for the belt that pulls these the axes in different directions, you can actually adjust the tightness. So you just want to have some nice tension there. You don't want it too tight, but that's really nice. Also, you have one over here as well. Like if you touch this one can use a slight bit more tension. So I'm gonna tighten it just a tad bit, just to give it some love and care. Another thing is, I also put a silicone sock around the extruder. That helps regulate the temperature of the extruder to slow down the heat loss, so that the filament doesn't cool down as it's exiting the printer, and then you have it solidifying as it's coming out, and then you get clogs. And then I have a video on my page on how to fix that if you do run into clogs, so it's super easy. Now, one thing that isn't the best about this printer is the auto leveling sensor. So, like everything that vibrates, you're gonna have some stuff getting loose, and sometimes this auto leveling on the Z offset can get a little wonky. You either have to reset the position, or you'll have to adjust the Z offset setting in the printer settings menu. So once you fix that, usually the Z offset will fix it, but if this is any loose, you have to tighten the screw top, and that should help fix it so it's not sliding up and down. Another thing is the auto leveling. Auto leveling isn't perfect. It kind of sometimes will mess up your print. You may have the settings correct beforehand, and then you might just want to auto level or fine tune it. Sometimes it helps. Most of the time it doesn't. Sometimes I feel like it hurts. Overall, I give this printer a 8 out of 10. I mean, for how simplistic it is for a single extruder, and it does the job. I mean, it's perfect for what it is, decent price, and it does a really good job at what it does.